Daytime Playtime Kids, it's Mrs. Shannon. Today we are diving in to the long vowel O. You make your hand like this and go O and hold it out. That's right. So there are lots of spellings for the long vowel O. All right. So there's a song that I want you to look up. It's by Mr. Spelling. It's on YouTube. It's kind of like a fun rap. But he says, "Hey yo, you need to know," and it says O O O. O, O, O. All of these are spellings for the long vowel O. So sometimes you'll see it spelled just O by itself. A lot of times at the end of a word, it'll be pronounced O like this. Sometimes you'll see O A. O A is a vowel team, right? It's together. So you would underline both of these, and that first vowel is going to make it say O. It's just going to say O when it's together. OW. All right, you've seen OW before. OW, most of the times, is going to say ow, right? But sometimes OW also says ooh. So there's a little thing I want to teach you. When you're looking at a word, you're going to first try ow, then try oh. First try ow, then try oh. Okay. All righty. So that's what we're going to do, because when words have this on it, it can just depends on the word, okay? But most of the time it's going to say the ow, but sometimes it can say oh. Then we're going to look down here. That's our magic E. The magic E makes it say oh. When you see O and E together, they're a team. They're going to say what? Oh, right? We're working all about O. And then y'all, this is a long one. This has 1, 2, 3, 4 letters. When all these letters are right beside each other like this in this order, guess what it's going to say? You're so smart. That's right. It's going to say, oh. All right. So we're going to look at a few of these today. I'm going to go over what we're going to do when we look at a word. Sorry, guys, I don't have my boards or anything with me, but I put it here. So before you read, first you're going to underline the vowels. And when we talk about in class, underline your vowels first. Then think or ask yourself, how many vowels do I have in my word? How many vowels do I have? So underline the vowels, see how many I have, and then I look to see, is this like a magic E word? Is this a bossy R word? Is this a vowel team word? That's what you're going to be thinking about when you're reading it, okay? All right, so the first thing I said I'm going to do when I see my word is I'm going to what? Underline the vowel or vowels that I see. So my turn. I see O-A-T-S. I see O-A. I remember talking about that one. O-A, when it's beside each other like this, is going to say O. So I'm going to read it. Oats. Oats. Like people eat oats for breakfast. Oats. Let's see here. Let's look over here. Let's see what vowel or vowel team. OA again, there it is. So I know OA says O. I see a digraph here, CH. When it's together, what does that say? Ch. That's right. So here we go. O, blend it. Coach. Coach. Yeah, like I used to be a dance coach. How about here? What do you see? What's our vowel or vowel team? OA. We're going to underline it. OA, when it's together, it says oh. We're working on long vowel O so we can read and write like a second grader, okay? So let's go. Moat. Moat. The princess, they dug a moat around her castle. Okay, what do you see? What are we going to do in this one? What vowel, vowel teams, bossy R's, magic E? What do you see? I do. I see that magic E right there. So that E is going to make the O say what? Oh, here we go. Loan. Loan, right? We don't say loney, right? The E and the O are together. They're saying oh. It's just a split digraph, right? OE says, remember, we know that OE says oh. They just split the digraph up. So we're not going to say loney. We're going to say loan. And that's going to be it. Okay, let's look down here. What vowel or vowel team? OE. I'm sorry. OA, you're right. Read it. Loan. A loan. A loan is when you need to get some money from maybe the bank because Maybe you need some extra money. I don't know. All right, what do we see in this one? What are we going to do? Magic E, look at you. You're coming along. We're going to draw our arrow. The E makes the O say its name, and the name of that letter is O. So we're going to read it with O. R, O. Uh-oh. What if you're not sure about that letter? If you don't know if it's a B or a D, what can you do? That's right. You put your hands up. There's a video I like, BD Confusion. I like the Jack Hartman one for now. Road. BD Confusion. You can type that in if you don't know it, okay? Keep practicing. Let's keep doing. So far, we've only had one vowel. So we'll see if we see something a little bit trickier on this page. All right. What are we going to underline? Okay. Yeah, our vowel. We have a vowel team, OA. What's OA say? O. So let's blend it. Row. That's a D. Road. Like I drive on the road to go to school in the morning. I do. All right. I just saw one vowel. Since they're together and it's a team, it only counts as one vowel. Okay. I need you to remember that. It's only one vowel. So one vowel means it's a one syllable word. All right. Let's look over here. What vowels are we going to underline? Okay. I see an O. What else? The U. All right. How many vowels do we have this time? We have two. That's right. We have two separate vowels. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. All right. We have two separate vowels like this. That means it's going to be a two-syllable word. All right. It's going to be two syllables instead of this, like road is one. This word is going to have two syllables. So since I have two vowels, the first way I'm going to try is after my first vowel is I'm going to draw a vertical line like this. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. All right. We could do all this vowel, VC. We're just not. Okay, we're not going to worry about that today. All right, this is what I want you to do. I want you to try it this way first, okay? Read it with a long O, all right? And then you read it with a short U because this is a CV little thing, and this is sorry, I'm still doing it. All right, and that's a CVC, but it's okay if you don't understand all that yet. We'll do some digging into that later. All right, so we're going to read it like this, faux. And then our next syllable, it doesn't make sense by itself, but it's going to say cuss. But when we put it together, it says what? Focus. You just read a two-syllable word. You just read a two-syllable word, and you're really smart. You're a hard worker. You are focusing. Very nice. Let's look here. What vowel or vowels do you see in this word? Just the O. So we're going to read it with the long O because it's open. It's an open syllable word. There's nothing there to close it up and make it a CVC. So let's read it. Go. Like ready, set, go. So in this one's the same thing, right? We have go and then we have the ing. All right, this one we're actually going to split. Ing is its own little thing here. So going, right? It's not going to be going, right? It's going, okay? All right, here, what about the vowels you see there? The O and the E. So I'm underlining them. We're going to draw a vertical line after the first vowel, okay? Our first vowel is O, so I'm going to draw my vertical line after it. And now we're going to have two syllables. How do you know it's going to be a two-syllable word? Because it has two vowels, two separate vowels. All right, so we're going to read this one like this. O, long vowel O. And this is a CVC word here, consonant, a vowel, and a consonant. Pen, open. What's the word? Open. All right, we have one more we're going to do together. All right, we're underlining. What are we underlining? The O. Do you see any other vowels or bossy-R's, magic E's, anything else? Yeah, I actually have to underline ER. I can't just underline the E. I have to do the ER because ER says right? It is bossy R or vocalic R. You might hear it called, R controlled R. You might hear it called different things. All right, so where do I draw my vertical line? Where do I draw my vertical line in this word? See here, I drew it after the O. So the first way I'm going to try it is right after the O. And I'm going to read it with the long sound. Ready? O. Ver. Over, over, over. Like we jumped over, or what is it? The cow jumped over the moon. Over, over. You just read a two-syllable word, two-syllable word, two-syllable word. Awesome job. Keep up the good work. Make sure you go to the fast version. We're going faster when I'm not going through each word and see if you can still do them. Keep up the good work. I love you. Mwah.